Hi guys, this is Maria from J&M Garden, and I did want to do a tour of our yard just so that just so that we can get perspective of before and after. So this is our side yard. I do have a video of the before. I might post that, but basically there wasn't much in this house when we moved in. I'll point out the plants that were here and what we've added. So I put in these three gardenias just to give that evergreen look in the winter time, and then I put in these two raised beds, and then I just have some tomatoes, some peppers, and I've started some seeds in here. And then on this side, I need to thin these out, but these are purple carrots, some lettuce, and then these rows in here are primroses and wallflowers and hollyhocks. And then these are nasturtiums. I mean, they're seeds, but I'm planting these for next year, so that's why they're just seedlings right now. And basically I'm using this area right here just to start seeds. And here's my other gardenia. So these will get big. These will get like well, they might not get that big because they're in pots, but like in the ground they will get like 4 or 5 feet tall. So and then we do have 4 myrtles. I got these from my mom's house. They're babies, but hopefully they grow pretty quick, and we'll trim them so that this one I thought wasn't gonna make it, but it did. It came back. So we'll trim them so that they start getting a better shape. And over here, if you've seen our previous videos, you've seen this area before. And basically this right here, I don't know if this is gonna make it, but these are 3 butterfly bushes that we moved over from the other side of our house to this side. Just because I really want to have like an evergreen, I guess like skeleton in our yard. So I really wanted at least immediately around our house to be evergreen. So that's why I've been putting in gardenias. And I got these from my mom's house as well, and it's a Rose of Sharon. It's really pretty right now. I don't know how to give it more of a bushier look. I think that next year we'll probably trim it so that it bushes out. And here's the second and the third butterfly bush. This one was the smallest. I think that it's because it got the least amount of water in that area. And here are the other 2 Rose of Sharons. I think I've been trying to fertilize, but I think they're having a hard time getting iron from the ground, which is crazy because we are in northwest Georgia, and we have red clay soil. So, hence this area over here. But here's another butterfly bush, and what we just put in last week, we put in this Coreopsis and this Black-Eyed Susan, which I'm loving. This one is the one that we got from Santa Rosa. And then I have this daisy right here, and I actually had 4 of these, and they all, I think, were suffering from like transplant shock because I planted them in the summer. And I really didn't have a choice other than to plant in the summer because we moved into this house pretty late in the spring, and we're too busy like moving in to even get into the garden. But yeah, the other 3 died, and this one is the only one that survived. So I'm thinking that this spot might not be the best spot for this type of plant. I'm gonna leave it for now, and if it comes back next year, I might move it because I don't think that they like this area. But I mean, the zinnias really like this area. I'm not sure if we'll do this again next year, but we'll do a few at least. maybe not the whole thing. And then we have some balloon flowers. This is just where I deadheaded, and I'm letting the seeds dry before I take them inside. And some more balloon flowers. And then we put these phlox in. I honestly bought these on a whim because I was thinking, oh, I guess like the big box store got me and lulled me in by the flowers, but I didn't really have a spot for them, so we just put them in here. And we have these elephant ears, those and those back there, and they just got hidden by the zinnias. But we also put in these Russian sages, which we also got from Santa Rosa Garden, and those should get really big next year. And then some other plants from Santa Rosa Gardens. These are autumn joyceums. I mean, these are nursery stocks, so they're gonna start off really small, but eventually they'll get bigger. And purple coneflower. So these really liked it here, so hopefully they'll reseed and we'll have a larger section of coneflowers. And then this one back here I'll probably move farther up because obviously it didn't even get enough sun to bloom. And just like a ton of marigold. So I'm not sure if I'll do the zinnias and the marigolds again, but I do like how it's just like non-stop blooms. Okay, so now going over to our mailbox, we basically just did the same thing. Zinnias and marigolds. And next year, I did just buy some more plants for this section, so I don't know, these marigolds are starting to look a little rough, so I might cut them back, see if they come back, like they get a little more fresh looking, or I just will take them out and go ahead and plant the other plants. But this section right here, I kind of just put it in last, so it looks nothing like that one over there. But this will get completely redone next year. I put in these, I think they're called celosias, and that one's doing great, but these other ones, it was just too much. Like the heat was too much. And some gonfreyas and daylilies. And I put this dahlia here, hoping that it would flourish in the pot, but it's not. And I mean, I put it in the pot because I'm gonna plant a magnolia there next year, and dahlias don't overwinter in this area, so that's why I did that. But anyway, so I put in some boxwoods here, and I do have some dianthus around them. You just can't see it because I haven't removed the grass yet, but eventually this side will look a little bit more like this side, which my husband needs to mow the grass again. And then I just put some lily turf here. I don't know if we'll only keep the lily turf, and I do need to do some weeding, but here's some more. This dianthus really liked this spot. It's doing really good. That, and then I think heat got to this boxwood, so I only have one. I mean, I don't know if they come in double, like, I don't know, you guys let me know if you know why, but I feel like these are 2 boxwoods. But anyways, one died, so hopefully one will be enough. Some more lily turf, and then this one is fine with some more dianthus and lily turf. And this one, this area, I feel like was so dry because that looks completely dead to me. I think we're gonna have to replace it. And then the dianthus that I put here died, and the other ones don't look so great either. This is some vinca. I'll put lily turf in this area. I have it in pots, but I'm just not done with it yet. I haven't put it in yet. And then this section, so this was one of the first sections that we did in our house. So all of this, like everything that I've showed you so far, like we put in. Before this, it was all grass, and I've had to take up the grass and like dig it out and So that's why I keep on battling weeds and grass coming back. But this section, I'm not really sure. I feel like it either, I don't know if maybe I'm choosing the wrong plants, or there's just not, yeah, I feel like I'm not choosing the right plants. Because I put in this beautiful, well, what I thought was really beautiful weeping lace leaf maple, Japanese maple, and when I put it in, it was like a purpley color, and it might have been just because the leaves were more tender. But I think it either is not liking having too much water, or it doesn't have enough water and it gets too much sun. I'm not sure, but it's all its leaves keep falling off and drying, like they're all crispy and keep falling off. And then the coleus like it. Let me pinch that off. The coleus like it. I had 4, but my daughter broke one, so now we only have 3. And I just pinch off the flowers, even though I'll probably start leaving them because it's like towards the end of the summer now. But I pinch them off so that I get more leaves. But basically, I planted some sun patience because this area does get morning sun, and one of them died, so I moved them, put in these plants, which I can't remember the name of them right now. Begonias, yeah, I put in these begonias and something ate them, so I don't know. And so now I put in these heucheras, the ones that if you saw my first Santa Rosa and second Santa Rosa unboxing, I ordered these from Santa Rosa Gardens, and hopefully these make it because I really, really like these, but I can already see that one is suffering. So hopefully these make it. I'm not sure what it is about this section that the plants don't like. I guess, let me try to not show you the new plants that I haven't put in pots yet, but it's kind of hard because they're all over the place. So this section, maybe later I'll do like a before and after once I'm completely done, because I'm not done. I put in all the astilbes that I ordered from Santa Rosa Gardens in this section, and I actually expanded this section. It used to end here and it was just straight. It was one straight line, and I expanded it to make it like a curvy flower bed. And this is basically my husband's job, to mow the lawn and edge and that stuff, but he has been out of town for a while, so we haven't been doing a very good job at that. But basically, like, what was here when we moved in was these 3 hollies, and those, I think they're called nandinas, those 2 nandinas. And originally there was 3, but one of them I think dried up, and it's kind of wanting to come back, but I'm not gonna let it. And that was it. So the nandinas were actually like right in front of the hollies, and I moved them, so that's why there's so much dirt right there, because that's where one of them was before. And so I moved them, and then the weekend after I planted all of these astilbes, which I really feel like they've doubled in size. They were so small, and now, I mean, this is my hand, and you know, this is how big they are now. So they've all kind of grown. They've all gotten bigger. And I didn't have these originally here. I had to move these. I had these sun patience. I had another one right here, and literally it just randomly died. Like, I did nothing. I tried to water it, and I think the watering worsened. And these were the sun patience that were in that other area, like the ones that are left. But I don't think they'll grow as big as the other ones. They just don't have enough time, because those had like 3 months of a head start. And all the random plants that you see here, my husband just thought it would be an awesome idea to put them here, even though they're not gonna go here. But yeah, and these right here, these won't stay here. Once I put them in the ground, I'll show you. But I bought these from a nursery near my job. I love that place. And I put these pots together maybe like early summer, no, like in June, and they've gotten so big. And my favorite in here is this right here. It is non-stop blooming, and this Gara, which I'll probably put it somewhere else in the yard. I'm not sure where yet, but I'll put it somewhere else. And here's the other one that matches it. So right now I have them like that, since you walk into our stairs from the side, but I've been debating whether to put one on each side. So here's what that area looks like. So let me know if you think that this is like the best spot for them, or if I should put them one on each side. And then I have these other two pots up here, which have emerald arborvitae in the center, and those will stay in once I swap them out for fall plants. But these potato vines, they just take over the pot, basically. I think that originally when I put these pots in, they all had like a petunia hybrid in there with like a calibrachoa or choa and a petunia, and yeah, I think they died. And then this right here, which is starting to make it up, or I'm trying to train it, but it's hard. But this is a Carolina jessamine. Yeah, Carolina jessamine. And this will have yellow flowers in the spring next year. So we moved in too late to get it trained. And just some other pots. That was a lantana, it stopped blooming already. And pelargonium and a petunia. They're not liking it because the pots I think are too small, so they keep dying. Like I think it's like too dry for them. But here's some impatiens. I originally didn't put this here, but my husband likes to move things around when I'm gone and put them wherever he wants. So now it's here. Okay, and this is the other section that I'm working on. Literally, there was nothing here, and I still have so much to do, but I did put in this little section of Burgundy Glow Ajuga, and I put in that hosta. I think it's a Blue Angel, but I'm not sure. But I do know that when I first put it in, it was more of a blue hosta, and I think that I put it in too much sun, and now it's more green. So I don't know if I'll keep it there, but there's more ajuga on this side. This is the chocolate chip ajuga, and I have some Aquilegia here that will go in the ground soon. I just, like, at that point when we moved, we just didn't have anything set up to put, you know, anywhere. I didn't have anywhere to put it. And just some coleus that I grew from seed. And I was trying to, oh, and I think this is yarrow. My mom gave this to me. I got it from her house. And another coneflower, which I need to put in the ground. So let me start on this section. So we did put in a few hostas. Like, I got these bare roots, so they're really small right now. Hopefully they'll get bigger, but they won't get that much bigger. I think they only get to like 2 feet wide, 1 foot tall. But they're doing all right for being bare root. I did put these in. I honestly can't remember what they are, and I'll have to look it up. but this is a sum and substance. So eventually I think that in this area we'll either put more similar type grasses, or I'll put in some more ferns in this spot. And this is one of the gardenias that I put in here. I honestly wasn't planning on putting this here, but then I just set it down in this area and I was like, you know what, it looks really good here. Sorry, I had a bug on me. And it kind of looks good here, and so I just put it in the ground. And this right here is a hellebore. It's called, I think it's called Candy Love. Sorry, it's called Candy Love. But it's really small, so I have no idea when it's gonna bloom. That's one of the ones that I got from Santa Rosa Gardens. But sorry, I have bugs on me everywhere. Oh my gosh. Okay, and this right here, I got this one from Santa Rosa Gardens too, and it's actually doing really, really great. It's gotten really big since I got it, and I'm trying to see where the flower is. Okay, yeah, it's gotten really big. This is a turtle head, so I think it's the hot lips, so it's gonna have pink blooms, I think. And we're back to the boxwoods, so let me go back to the section. So this area, I'm just getting started, so it's not even, I put in a little bit of mulch for the moisture retention. There's so many trees right here that grass won't even grow here, so this has so much work. I have so much work to do here. I'm not really sure what to do about this area, like if I should try reseeding or if I should just expand my flower bed. But I did plant, for at least like the area around the trees, I planted some vinca. Right here, some periwinkle. And I planted some phlox. That one's doing alright, and that one's doing alright. This is woodland phlox, but that one looks really, really rough. And these are just annuals, but I like the tiny little white flowers. And I just put in some impatiens randomly here, but there will be a bleeding heart in that section, and right there you can kind of see the flower, but those are dormant right now. And then I put in a heuchera there, another one there. There was a third little one right there. It's kind of hard to see, it's really small. And that's literally all I have, because these are actually planted these in the wrong area, but that's a salvia. And yeah, that's a salvia. Oh, and here's another one. I knew I had more than one. And that's another one. And for some reason I was thinking that these could handle part shade, because this spot does get like morning sun, a little bit of morning sun, and a little bit of afternoon sun. And again, some more planting lily hostas over here. And then I started these from cuttings, and these are hydrangeas. I don't know if they'll make it, but basically that's why I did them from cuttings, because you know, if they're not going to make it, then at least it didn't cost me any money. This was a foxglove, but I mean, it's still foxgloves are biennial, so it won't come back next year unless it reseeded. And we are probably going to cut this tree down because its branches keep breaking, and it's just really suffering. I feel like it has termite damage. But there's some more periwinkle, and some more periwinkle over here, and then some more of these impatiens. And also I have like really bad erosion because our yard is sloped. So if you guys have any suggestions of how to like fix this, or you know, how to improve it a little bit, then let me know. Comment down below. I will really appreciate it. And then this is the other side yard that we have. It desperately needs to be mowed, but what I want to do is put in some rose bushes over here. I honestly, this one was looking great up until I put it in the ground, and now I feel like it's gonna die. But hopefully it doesn't. I'm really hoping it doesn't. But basically, I was planning on putting like 4 rose bushes around the bird bath here, where this pot is. And this one's just temporarily here because turns out my neighbor is allergic to figs. Like, who is allergic to figs? So I had to move the pot from where it was originally. And that one is not gonna stay in there. That tree is just temporarily there. And then this is the other rose bush. This one's actually doing really good. So I'm thinking that maybe it's like that one's not getting enough sun. But this is an olive. Let me take this weed out. And it does have some new growth. I can see it. And then the other one is I have 2 blueberries in here, and these have tons of new growth. Like, I can see it, and a blackberry. So yeah, this is pretty much it for our side yard. And then I'll show you, you know, what we have right here. So out of these 5 gardenias, the 2 little ones, like that one that's blooming and that little one, were here. And then I put these 3 others, like this type. I put these in last week. Yeah. And then I planted lantana. So those bloom on and off. But I like it because they leave these berries. So that'll be food for the birds. And then I just bought these plants, so these are for another project. And these 2 hydrangeas were here. I feel like this is literally the worst spot for these. It gets so, I mean, this area gets afternoon sun. So this is literally like the hottest spot in our yard. So I'll be moving these. This is a little rose bush that I started from a cutting, some rosemary, and some more gardenias, which I don't know. I mean, we've been here since late March and I have not seen these bloom at all. So it might be that, you know, eventually I'm gonna try moving them, but eventually if they don't bloom at all, then I'm just gonna get rid of them, because what's the point in having plants that never bloom? And so this is our backyard. We haven't even started because we've had so much poison ivy that we need to get rid of the poison ivy first. But this is what it looks like. We have a little creek in the backyard, so eventually we'll get back there and have something back there eventually. But this is it for now. This is all we have. I mean, we don't spend any time back there at all. What I'm thinking is we're gonna take down some of, well, we're hoping to take down some of these pine trees and open it up a little bit more so it gets more sunshine, and put in some more understory trees. So we're not like, I mean, I really think that for every tree that we take down, we're gonna be putting in others, just not huge like this, because I mean, frankly, I don't feel very comfortable about having trees that big right next to our house. And then in this area we have some bee balms, and something keeps coming in here and doing that, like making them fall over, or maybe they just fall over like that, but that's mint. We drink a lot of mint tea. some parsley, and some impatiens. I actually grew these from seed. I'm gonna see if I can space these out a little bit because only like two of them are big. And then this is apparently where I will be doing like my seed starting and cutting. I originally had it on the side of the house, but my husband moved it. So anyways, so this is some more lily turf that I have to plant, and some pachysandra. This is for the backyard to just start covering, creating a ground cover. Some cuttings I'm trying to start. This hopefully will grow into a hydrangea, but it's not looking very good, so I don't think so. Lupines, hydrangea, boxwoods, hydrangeas. And then these are some more hydrangeas. And to be honest, I can't remember what these are because I didn't label them, but I have a lot of them. I think these are mums, but I'm not sure, so we'll see. And a bunch of coleus. So I pretty much like will start seeds, and whatever I have too much of, I go drop off at my mom's house. So yeah, I'll be taking, I think this one or the one that was on the side of the house over to my mom's so that she can have some coleus too. But look at this one. I think this one's a different colored one because it looks completely different than the other ones. It was a variety, like a mix. Yeah, it was a mix, so they're not all going to be the same. So I might wait to let them grow a little bit more just so I can see which are which, but I might not because I feel like it's kind of late and I need them to have more room to grow. Like those are so packed in tight that they need to be spaced out. And just some more heucheras that I'm trying to baby before I put them in the ground, especially that one. I don't know if that one's gonna make it, but that's it. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe so you don't miss any other videos. I'll try to post videos more often. Life gets hectic sometimes, and so yeah, but thanks for watching and have a great night.